In the last 3 months, I've been coloring my hair a lot more often at hair salons. Because my nail color is a lot lighter, especially my highlights, processing time took much longer and sometimes it has to be repeated. And all of that has done a lot of damages to my hair. I've been trying so many different products in order to find a cure to save my damaged hair. And today I'm gonna share with you what has actually worked and what has not, so that you can do the same at home and get results very similar to expensive salon repair treatments. And every product I use in this video is purchased by myself. None of them is sponsored. And links are down below for everything I'm using today. The first product I tried, Rusk Anti-Frizz Lotion. Even though Rusk is a really good brand and this one got 4.5 star on Amazon, it barely did anything for my hair. I think the reason is because this is anti-curl and anti-frizz, so it's probably designed for women with curly hair. But my hair was straight to begin with, so I didn't need it to be straight, I just need to tame the flyaways. For that, I did not notice any major difference. Besides, because this has so much weight, so when I apply this to my hair, it actually makes my hair feel sticky. So overall, this is not worth the money. The next I tried, this Keratin Reconstruction Shampoo. And the result? Almost nothing. Now that I think about it, it kind of makes sense because if I were to go to hair salon for a treatment, the more keratin it has, the more expensive. Normally, it'll be over $300 because keratin is a kind of protein your hair naturally has. Once you lose it, you need a certain amount of time, you need enough keratin to be put it back in your hair for you to actually see a visual difference. Now, this bottle cost me like $11. And I just put it 1 minute when I'm washing my hair. Kind of makes sense it doesn't work. So now it's time to talk about what actually works. And this, for me, involves 3 different steps. Step number 1, use this baby. I'm gonna tell you in a second what this is. So instruction says this needs to be used before you shampoo, but it also needs to be on wet hair. So what I normally do, I actually wet my hair first in the sink. And then after a towel dry, make sure it's not dripping water. And then you need to use a generous amount all over your hair. For my hair, this part, the highlights, are where the frizzes are most noticeable. So I make sure every strand here is getting Olaplex. And then you gotta make sure it stays in your hair at least 10 minutes. You may have guessed the product I was using, Olaplex number 3. Here's the thing about Olaplex. It is being marketed as a 3-step process. So if you were to buy the entire kit, it's gonna cost a lot, like around $200. But when I did my research, I actually discovered there's only one product that is crucial, and that is Olaplex number 3. So if you were to only use this one product, you are still gonna get most of the results. So that's why that's the only thing I'm using from Olaplex. Now I'm gonna get into my shower to do my regular shampoo. Olaplex shampoo and conditioner set cost about $60 for the regular size. By switching to my regular shampoo and conditioner, which cost me about $20 for the set, I am saving more than 60%, but getting very similar results. After I wash off Olaplex, next treatment is hair mask. For this, you really don't need anything fancy. I've tried different hair masks. Some of them are fairly cheap. I got them for $10 from Amazon, and the result doesn't really make a huge difference. What I do notice is important that you do want to make sure you use a generous amount. So I'd rather use something that's cheap so that I don't have to think about if I'm using too much of it. And then make sure you leave it for at least 3 minutes. Typically I do like 5 minutes before I get out of shower. Now it's time to wash it off. When it comes to drying your hair, here's a mistake I made before. I thought because my hair is so damaged, perhaps I shouldn't blow dry it as much. Perhaps I should let it air dry. That was a huge mistake because once I did that, the frizz completely got out of control. So you never want to wait too long before you blow dry your hair. For my blow dry, here is my last step of treatment. Sea Berry hair serum. This sea berry extract works really good for my hair, and you don't really need a lot, but I do need to make sure the front pieces, this is where my highlights are, so these are where the frizz is most obvious, so I do make sure I apply extra to these front pieces. But other than that, this small bottle, it can last a very long time. After I complete my 3 treatments, I feel my hair is a lot healthier. It looks fuller, shinier, and it no longer looks frizzy. If you're gonna do all the 3 treatments like I did today, it's gonna take about 30 minutes. You might be thinking, well, gee, that's too long. I'm not gonna have that much time. Well, the good news is the first step, the Olaplex number 3, you only need to use it once a week. So the rest of the time, every time when you wash your hair, the real extra thing you need to do is just use your hair mask and remember to put the hair serum before you blow dry your hair. And that doesn't take a lot of time at all. In terms of the cost, Olaplex number 3 and the Sea Berry serum, they're not cheap. But this is how I look at it. I have already spent enough money on cheaper products that did not see any result. That was a waste. If I were to add all of that money thrown away, I would have just gotten these 2 that actually does work and give me the similar results like Salon. Plus, these are small bottles, but they do last a long time. Even with hair as long as mine, even if I wash 3 times a week, this is still gonna last me well over 2 months. And compare this with how much I would have to spend if I were to get salon treatment, I am definitely saving money by doing these processes at home myself. If you're new to my channel, you may not know that I have thinning hair because of my family genetics. Because of that, I have to be extremely selective about any hair products I use and make sure they don't contain anything like sulfate or paraben that's gonna further damage my hair. If you have similar concern, I do have another video that talks about my hair care routine to care for thinning hair. So make sure you watch this video as well.